is a perfect segue because this is something you say all the time as the executive director of the Memphis Lip. You say it's about changing mindsets, and
Yeah,
you always say, too, that it's about relationships.
right, right.
And so, with that, we are moving into Act Three.
Look like we got the fast girl.
It didn't. It wasn't fast. You just having a good time. Look at that. Look at that. So, since we've been talking about the third act, right? The third act is seen as the act where the time in your life where you might pivot and do something different. You might reinvent yourself. You might, it's just a different time in your life. And
Yeah,
some people are walking in their purpose.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So tell me what time in this part of your third act, what um is the most defining part? Like, what have you done that defines your third act?
I think I would say fighting a system and trying to make people believe it's not you. Even the people that you fighting, it's not you. It's the system we fighting. We're not fighting people. We fighting a system, and not being afraid to do it. And I gotta be honest. When we talked about that second act, when I protested at the racket club, I was nervous.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
out there in the suburbs, right?
Mhm.
And I was out there raising hell. So you don't know what's gonna happen when you messing with these rich folks. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that crossed my mind a lot. But yeah, I went back every day.
How long did you protest out there?
Probably about it didn't take but about 2 weeks.
So you protested there for 2 weeks. You protested in front of the elementary school for.
Probably about a month.
So what have you done in your third act that has been as revolutionary? And that's why I wore this sweatshirt, because when I think about you, I think about revolution. So what has been revolutionary in Act Three for you?
For me in Act 3 would be I mean, I'm skipping over some stuff, but I gotta say it because I might not forget drinking wine, so I don't never know. It's like standing in front of presidential candidates and later on the president of the United States
Woo!
was like, man, you know, and really I didn't know what would happen with that. We could have gotten in trouble for that, but I was ready for whatever for to get our voices heard. So I think that was the it for me. I
You were
I I don't
ready for it
I,
though.
I
You
know I know that was it for me, but I was ready. Yeah,
you were ready for it.
yeah.
Yeah. So the most, I guess, maybe the most defining thing for this Act Three in terms of work, or maybe your purpose. I mean, do you think leading the Memphis Lift, founding and leading the Memphis Lift is part of your purpose?
I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
Wow.
When you look back and think about stuff, even the little bitty things, you be like, okay, this was leading up to this. Okay, this was leading up to this, and not knowing that, but you just think about little things that happen along the way. So
Mm.
I mean, I worked at KIP about a year after the Memphis Lift. We started, working with the Memphis Lift. We was getting it ready, I guess. And I worked about a year before I decided to leave KIP. I thought about leaving the kids. Them kids love me,
Yeah.
and I love them too. I thought about a lot of stuff. I didn't know would it last. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know if it was gonna last or not. But what makes stuff last is when you do the work. I think when you do the work, it'll last.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's going on in our country, I still believe that it will last because
So
it's needed.
tell me, we always in our work, in our universe that we worked in over the past few years, we always hear the phrase doing the work.
Doing the work.
Can you tell me what that is to you?
To me, doing the work is when it's not comfortable and not popular, and
Ooh.
you go do it anyway. You go through do it anyway. When people look upside your head and you just walk past them with your head in the air, and it's called perseverance, consistency. To me, that's the word that come to mind. I mean, when you can hold your head up and fight the people that look like you know, they want a system to stay the same, but you got to fight your own people. That's the hardest part of this job for me is fighting my
Mm,
own people,
wow.
people that look like me. That's the hardest part. And
And
I
and why do you think it? Why are you saying it's hard? Why is it so hard?
I guess because I would think that people will want things to be better for all kids like me, you know.
Mm,
But these kids live in our city, and if they don't get an education, we gonna meet them along the way somewhere. You know, that's the way I look at it. Our kids are smart, and I find that people that want a system to stay the same, they kids sitting in the best Ivy League universities, they sitting in the best seats in district schools, you know, optional schools they call them,
mhm,
because they are board members or whatever. They got a little, think they got a little power. They kids can get in where they want. But people like me, my grandson can't get in that school because I'm his grandmama, basically.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
seen it happen over
Yeah.
and over again. But yeah, I think that's it. I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Doing the work.
Yeah, doing the work.
Yeah.
If you do the work, people gonna know you doing the work.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
some in the church they say you ought to show some sign. A sign gonna be shown if you doing the work. I know that for sure. Some
You
kind of
you
sign.
serious about it? Like you don't play about that.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't.
You'll say we out here in the mud.
Yeah. We out here in the mud, in the ditches, in the trenches, whatever you want to call it to get you dirty.
Right.
We in it. We in it.
So you have so it took you a year before you actually signed on to
Yeah.
run the Memphis Lift.
To go over to the Memphis Lift. It wasn't the Memphis Lift yet.
Yeah, okay. So to go over to the Memphis Lift.
Yeah. It
And
wasn't
so
nothing then, Beach. It wasn't even the Memphis Lift at that point.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you
We was
eventually did that. You
yeah.
run a brand new organization, one that Memphis had never seen before, where
Stop.
parents
I gotta stop you. It wasn't even an organization at that point.
okay.
It was just we going out there telling the parents what was going on.
Oh, okay.
We
Okay.
didn't even really know what we were doing, you know. But I
Gotcha.
mean, we figured it out. We knew we were telling parents the truth that they were sending their kids to fail in schools. You know, we knew that because we had looked at the data and all that good stuff.
And what kind of pushback did you get? I can't even imagine.
Oh God, they said we were working for the ASD. They said we were working for charter school. They said white people got y'all doing that, you know.
Mm,
And I'm
yeah,
like, no, our kids got us doing this. Our kids got us doing this, you know. And
right.
I know black and white is an issue in this country, period.
Yeah.
Everything is not black and white to me.
Mhm.
I do see color. We talked about that in our retreat. You do see color, but I mean, my mama raised us on it's some good and bad in every race. My mama said that I know at least once a week.
Mhm.
I know she said it once a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. So and we're seeing that play out in real time right now.
yeah,
Um in real life. Yeah. Um, so what made you make that decision to go over to the Memphis Lip? When you didn't trust what was going on, you didn't know how long it was gonna last.
Yeah.
Like, what was what was the thing that made you say, "I'm gonna do it"?
I prayed a lot. I talked to my kids. I talked to my mama because my mama wasn't sick at that point.
Yeah,
My mama, I talked to my sister who gave me good sound advice. And I said, I want to do this, but I don't know because I don't know if it's gonna last. I don't know this. And I stepped out on faith. I took a leap of faith, I would say.
yeah,
That's
okay.
what that's what I would call a leap of faith.
And do you regret that leap?
No, ma'am. Not one day do I regret it. Not one. And it's been tough. It's been some tough times, but I mean, I don't regret it. I done been through probably more than the average person I know, and still show up.
And still show up?
Cause you know what? When you realize, man, I know this what God had for me to do because you find yourself going back when you don't want to go back.
Yeah.
You don't even have the desire to go back. Because sometimes life can hit you where you don't have the desire to do the things that even God wants you to do. But yeah,
And you get up and do it anyway.
yeah, life be life, and then you know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
What do you tell yourself to get up out of what do you say? When life done knocked you down, kicked you in the teeth, and then punched you in the stomach, but you show up at a school board meeting, you show up at a county commissioner meeting, you show up at the Tennessee legislature,
yeah,
you do that stuff anyway, no
yeah.
matter.
I
Yeah,
think it's because I also try to live by this. I try. I don't do it all the time. Whom much is given, much is required.
oh,
Uh,
that sounds familiar.
yeah. Whom much is given, much is required. Yeah, it do. It do. It do. I try to live by that, but I mean, sometimes too much required of people who have been given. I feel like
Mhm.
so.
I,
Yeah, but I when you have no doubt about your purpose, no doubt, not an inkling of a doubt,
yeah,
you can go, you can get up and go,
yeah.
and you don't mind screaming, you don't mind kicking, you don't mind hollering again, you don't mind it. You don't mind looking them people in the face that you know hate you for doing this work.
Mm,
You don't mind doing none of that when you know you walking in your purpose.
yeah.
Because girl, if I went by how people felt about me, I probably would have went home a long time ago. Yeah.
And when I think about, yeah, so it makes me think about, so using that example of all the things you show up for, no matter whatever is going on in your life. And I think about you losing Braylon, your grandson, to,
I started with that second brain surgery.
okay, well, you lost Braylon
I
before
lost
that, right?
Braylon first. Yeah, I
Yeah.
lost Braylon first. And that was like a kick in the gut, a kick in the face, a kick in my legs, my whole body. That felt like a kick to everything. And it happened like right on when I told you how we used to walk the neighborhood little
Yep.
girl. We
Yep.
used to walk up on Hollywood, past that car wash. We used to walk up there because there used to be a movie theater up there. Can you believe our neighborhood had a movie theater? We did.
Yeah.
And so we used to that was on our little stroll in the evening time. We would walk up there.
Yeah.
It was a grocery store up there too. And Braylon got killed right there on that street. That was my neighborhood.
And when I think about, like, you were out there, doing, you weren't being the grandmother who had just lost her grandson.
Yeah.
You were being the unofficial mayor of Memphis. Like, you were.
I was doing crowd control.
Yeah,
That's
right,
what I said. I was doing crowd control because I didn't want my girls to get in no trouble. I didn't want, and they were trying to push past the police, and it was like probably 1,000 people up there that day. And because people knew Braylon and loved Braylon and they loved my family, and
right.
people was upset too, So I just wanted everybody to stay calm, but yeah, I broke, but I just wanted Peaches to be okay that day. She wasn't okay. I just wanted to keep her calm as I could.
Yeah, yeah,
I wasn't thinking about myself. I
right,
wasn't thinking nothing about myself at that point.
right.
All I was
And
thinking about was Peaches and my other girls, cause my girls, I mean, they kids were raised together like sisters and brothers. So yeah, yeah,
yeah. And so right after that, I guess I hadn't really even thought about it. Like that was in August,
yeah,
right? August 2021,
yeah.
I think. And
It
then you had brain surgery 5 months later.
Yeah, I had my second
Yes.
brain surgery. The same meningioma tumor started growing back, and that was my second brain surgery. Went to the hospital New Year's Eve 4 years ago, and yeah, they told me I had a brain tumor.
And again, you didn't have time to
I
think about it.
Again, I didn't have time to get afraid, and I always say that God don't let me get afraid because He know I got to go through it.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
thank God for that. It more than people think I do for not giving me time to even think about it.
right.
You ain't gonna have time because you're gonna have to have brain surgery in the morning.
Wow.
So I ain't have time, and it didn't bother me.
And then 2 or 3 days later, after the brain surgery.
Yeah. Okay, 2 or 3 days later after the brain surgery, I'm still really in ICU up like the Empire State Building. I'm up, you know,
Right.
and got this call from Mackenzie Scott people saying that they want to give us $1.5 million. That was the funnest thing. I still got that. Well, I said, ma'am, what did you say? I asked that lady about 4 times. What did she say? And that was funny now, but back then, and it wasn't the brain surgery either. It was just I was just in like wow, And they
Right.
gave us their money, and we built a new building in the heart of North Memphis.
Wow.
Because we
Wow.
deserve nice stuff in our community too. That's all I was thinking. And when we first went to that building, it was just this little old house. But we have had so many people in that little old house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about hundreds of people that came through there.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's what we had. We worked with what we
From
had.
all over the country, from international, right? You've had
Yeah. So I
wow.
mean, you take what you got and work with it, and God will bless the rest. So I mean, I'm
And
great.
that you know what? I love that. I love that. I love that for to sum up this your journey. Like your journey, even though it's looked different ways,
Yeah,
it's looked different, in the three acts. But I mean, it's survivor. It's surviving. Like
yeah,
you do what you got, and
right.
and
And
that to me
that's
is
the way
your life.
that's the way most, not all, most black people were raised on. You work with what you get.
Yeah.
Work with what you got until you can get something else. That's the way we were raised.
Yeah.
I don't even call it survival. I
Okay.
call I call it working with what you got.
Working with what you got.
Yeah,
I love it.
working with what you got, and I mean, I'm grateful. All I can say, if I ain't nothing else, I'm grateful and loyal to people. If I ain't nothing else,
So Lord, right.
I mean everything to me. Lord
Yes.
mean more than money to me.
Amen. I love it.
It don't help. It don't hurt to have a little money, but Lord to over all that, because you know what, everything else will fall in place.
So I'm gonna ask you. This is a question I'm gonna ask everybody in these that come to do these interviews. What's next?
What's next for me, I would say, is retiring. I'm just being honest. That's what's next for me.
Okay.
And I don't want to be sick or old on a cane when I retire.
Yeah.
That's what's next for me. Yeah.
But I mean, really, Sarah,
Yeah, really.
what
Like
does what does retirement look for Sarah Carpenter?
it
Owens.
looked I'm not
Owens. We
yeah,
haven't
you
even
got that.
mentioned Mr. John.
Yeah,
Mr. Sarah Carpenter Owens.
yeah. You didn't let me get through my whole third act. We out of time.
No, we're not. We're not.
Um, we talked about Braylon, we talked about the next brain surgery. Then we going into 2022. My nephew got killed, David.
Mm.
So then we gonna fast forward to what? You help me with the year.
2024.
2024. My I got married.
You got married, the biggest wedding I've ever attended in my life.
For real.
Yes.
Y'all
Yes.
say because all them people was there. All them people was people I really actually knew, girl.
I
Y'all,
know and loved, and they loved you back.
you said y'all was telling me cut that list. I said I can't. Cause I felt like if I miss somebody else, you didn't invite me. You
Yeah.
know, that's what people say. You didn't invite me.
Oh,
So
Lord have mercy.
that's why I had to invite all those people, Bisha. I did. I feel like I had to. Everybody in that room, everybody in that room is a part of my healing. With
Yeah.
everything I done been through, everybody in that room
I
play,
love that.
play some part. I don't know. I can't tell you. If I had the list, I could tell you. And
Yeah.
we still got the list somewhere in a document. But I mean, I could tell you each person what they did for me in my life. Each person.
Well, you did as we were doing the invitation list.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
You, yeah.
I got to invite her because she did this. And she,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, got married May the 4th. May the 4th be with me.
Yeah.
Fourth be with me.
Yeah.
Got married May the 4th. And me and Tuka dated, John dated years ago.
Yeah.
And something happened and we stopped dating. And his mom got sick. And my mom was sick at the same time. And he had stuck with me through my mama's sickness. It was no more than right, and I loved his mama
Yeah.
to heaven, man. I love that lady because she would, even when we broke up, she would call and check on me, and I love Miss Connie. So
Mhm.
uh, his mama got sick, and I stuck with him through his mama's sickness,
Mm.
and he stuck with me through my mama's sickness. Sure did. And I mean, we end up back together again, and we got married. And I'm so glad that I got to meet his girls. He got one daughter and two granddaughters.
Mhm.
They are so sweet. And Didi, my baby, got to be in my wedding.
Yep.
Fast forward a couple of weeks later, my baby passed away. Didi passed away. And I didn't think life could hurt no more. When my baby died, it was like, wow. You know, out of all the deaths I had been through, that hurt. But I didn't think life could hurt me no more. That's why I don't understand why people even try to hurt me.
Mm.
I don't understand why how people could even try to hurt me. I often say this. I can't be hurt no more. I
Mm.
can't after losing my mama, my brother, my grandson, my nephew, then my daughter, then my sister 2 months later. Who can be hurt any more than that? And I mean, I don't even think it's no more hurt than can be hurt. And I always say that. And I say that because so many people try to come for me with the work I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, they can't hurt me. They really can't.
Yeah.
Because I've been hurt much as I can be hurt with losing my people.
Yeah.
So yeah. Uh,
I mean, and your people, as you've been saying since the beginning of our time, I mean that they're everything to you. I mean, your family is everything to you. It's gone, Sarah. It's gone.
oh,
The
boy, I thought, yeah, dang.
We're gonna lighten it up a little bit. We're gonna
Yeah,
lighten it up, but I do. I'm glad you brought up Dee Dee, and just wanted to just
yeah,
lift her up, lift her name up, and
yeah,
lift up her memory.
yeah. I
Uh,
miss my baby so much, Visha.
I know you
So
do.
much. Oh,
I
mm,
know.
so much.
So you said retirement is next, but I can't believe that means you going to the house like that. There's no way.
That means I'm going to the house, but that don't mean I'm gonna stay in the house.
Okay. All
That
right.
that don't mean if I'm needed and I'm able to go fight a battle, I'm going
All right.
with
All
or
right.
without working.
All
You know,
right.
that's just. I mean, that's look how long I did it and wasn't working. I was just doing it because it was the right thing to do. You know, and
Right.
it wasn't a job. It was what was right. So
Yeah, cuz it's in you and not.
on me, right. If it's in you, it can't be taken out.
Amen.
Not unless the
I
doctor
don't,
do surgery and take it out.
I don't
But
know how many times I've heard you say
yeah, but
that.
but if it's on you, you can pull it off. You can't
Right.
pull this off. You can't pull no calling off.
Amen.
You cannot.
So there are three questions I'm going to ask
Uh oh.
real quickly.
Uh-oh.
This is fun. This is fun. This is
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
And then we're going to close out. So the three questions. Let me look. Let me find them.
I
Fun.
forgot to say something again. I have so much to come back to mind.
Okay. Where
I
is
I forgot to say something.
Oh, go ahead. You
When I started this stuff with the Memphis Lil and then got chosen to be the director of the Memphis Lil, society wouldn't have gave me that job. I don't have a college degree, you know. So society wouldn't have gave me that job. So it's your calling, and I'm forever grateful to Natasha and her creating OZ because I didn't know about spreadsheets. I didn't know about this. I didn't know about that. But
got
they gave us the support that we needed. You know, the common people. We are the people that we serve. Wasn't nobody coming to the inner city and say y'all should be leading this fight, but Natasha came
right.
way from Nashville.
And which is what I've always admired about her. When I first met her and she had this idea,
Yeah,
I just thought it was brilliant. I mean, I was like, girl.
yeah.
But for her, it was just like it just made sense. All right. Three questions.
Okay,
Where is one place you've been that could be your forever home?
Miami
Why?
because it's beautiful. I
Mm,
mean, it looked peaceful.
okay.
It looks so peaceful looking at the water and looking at the big condos over across on the island by themselves. It just looked comfortable. It just looked peaceful.
All right. So who is one person, dead or alive, that you would walk through the fire with?
One person.
Well, you go do what you gotta do. You always breaking rules. Go ahead.
I love breaking rules. Beach. It's just a lot of people I walk through the fire with.
Oh,
And I'll walk through the fire with you. I'll
Oh,
walk through the fire with Natasha. I'll walk through the fire with Mary Ellen and Donna,
yeah,
and especially my girls. I will walk through the fire with my kids and my grandkids.
yes.
Yeah, I'll walk through the fire. I'm
Yeah,
talking about literally walk through fire with them.
I believe you. I believe you.
I mean that. And
I know you do.
I'm not saying that because I drank some wine. I'm saying that because it's true. I'll tell you the same thing tomorrow.
I believe you. I believe you. All right. So we've gone through your journey, and I know we didn't even scratch the surface of the things that you have experienced and
Yeah,
gone through in your life. But we've touched some pretty important stuff.
yeah.
What is one thing that 64-year-old Sarah would go back and tell 15-year-old Sarah?
Girl, stay in school and be whatever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. You just gotta work hard. I would tell myself that.
Hmm.
I would tell myself that. Cause Visha, everybody don't get the opportunity that I get, without going to college and, being a straight A student. Everybody wouldn't get that opportunity. I'm smart enough to know that.
Yeah.
So I would tell myself, girl, you better stay in there and you better go on and do what you gotta do so you can get you a good job.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. All right. So, I just thank you, Sarah. Thank you for being my first guest. Thank you for honoring your calling and your purpose and fighting like hell for kids that you don't even know.
Yeah.
And thank you for being my friend.
Thank you, Bisha. I really enjoyed it. I was nervous at first. I always get nervous when I gotta talk,
Yeah.
no people watching.
Yeah.
But this was fun. After I
Thank
got the wine, especially.
I
It,
had
calm,
a little wine too.
it really calmed my nerves for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to Her Third Act, where we celebrate and honor the journey and always ask what's next.